And it basically boils down to this. There are 3 steps you take in establishing the existence of God. Now, the person has to listen very carefully, because I take them through the 3 stages. Step number 1 is this, Jim. However you section physical reality, you take the physical universe as you see it, however you slice it down to its minutest form, the fact of the matter is you end up with a physical entity or quantity that does not have the reason for its existence in itself. Ultimately, the physical universe reduced in any form cannot explain its own origin. It has to find its explanation outside of itself, which means the first explanation of a universe as we see it has to have something that is non-physical as a first cause. So you've got a kind of a haunted universe without knowing what the first cause is. Next you come to the argument for what we call not from design, but to design. And that's what I said. If you walk onto a planet and see a wrapper of a McDonald's hamburger and see letters of an alphabet, you immediately know that there is information there. And logic tells you, Jim, as it tells everybody listening, where you see information, you assume that prior to that information is a mind. You don't just think that Handel's Hallelujah Chorus came together, or that the dictionary developed because of an explosion in a printing press. There is sequence to the whole thing. And if you take, Jim, just the composition of the enzyme in the human component, the enzyme, which is the building block of the gene, and the gene the building block of the cell, the possibility of the human enzyme coming together by random, says Vikram Singhi, professor of applied mathematics at Cardiff in Wales, the possibility of that happening by chance is 1 in 10 to the power of 40,000. That's more than the number of atoms in this universe.
That's amazing.
It is time-wise and mathematically, the possibility is 0. So I say to you, number 1, the physical quantity cannot explain itself. Number 2, there's intelligibility, which assumes a prior mind. In the first case, there is something non-physical. Second case, there is something intellectual or a mind. And third, in the history of society, human experience, and history itself, you begin to realize that the moral issues, the social issues, and just human intercourse demands the explanation of a moral reality. So you've got a first cause that is spiritual, a first cause that is mind, a first cause that needs to explain morality. You take these 3 struggles, Jim, and now pause with me for a moment here. There are 4 fundamental questions in life: origin, meaning, morality, and destiny. You take these 4 questions and these 3 explanations needed, and only God is big enough to explain this universe.